Alright, and hello, and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager 4 stream. My name is Adam. I am the community manager of Franchise Hockey. Not with me, as always, is FHM producer Jeff, because he is hard at work on all things FHM4. We are currently streaming on release day Friday, October 6th. This video will be, of course, archived on our YouTube channel in the not too distant future. Currently, the Steam version is not quite available. If you've checked our forums, you will have seen that it's coming. Just there was, I guess, a little bit of miscommunication, and it should be out with the 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific update, we believe. So it should be in the next 2 hours or so. In the meantime, we are going to continue our Vegas Golden Knights campaign, part 4, as we try not to get fired and try to not be the worst team in the league. So, starting off, you can see some of the big moves we made. We've added Zach Werenski. We redrafted the team, so we have a few different looking goalies. And a little bit different looking team. We also picked up John Tavares, which was a big move for us, and we've got rid of some guys like James Neal, who was being unhappy. Our contract situation has gotten better. We dumped off some contracts. We're down to 45 now, and we still have a lot of upcoming free agents. We can see there's a fairly long list here. And thanks to everyone who came out in the chat. I think what we're going to look at, though, here quickly is Brian Russ is going to be a free agent, so let's renew his contract. He only wants $1 million. Let's meet that. Hunter Schittenkirk wants... Yeah, very reasonable contract, even if he is playing in the minors. Maybe we should offer him a two-way contract. And offer him, let's say, $89,000 to be in the minors. Because he, frankly, just needs to be able to step it up a bit. And yes, he's still willing to do that. Alright, awesome. I'm just going to make one other change I forgot. And because I said I would, I will turn off debug trace mode, which might not affect much right now, but just so I don't forget for later. So we put in two offers. Like Michael Grabner, we're probably going to let go, or trade away rather. David Perron, we're probably going to trade away. Thomas Plekanec is 2 stars. He's currently getting paid $5 million. He is our captain. But really, I mean, there's nothing outstanding from his in his stats. I mean, he's got 13 points. I'm kind of more tempted to possibly, yeah, he still wants 4.25. Like I don't even want to talk about that. I'm thinking he's more likely going to get moved. Dansk, we might hold on to. Ward's probably going to get moved. Anglin, we might move. Polk, we probably want to hang on to. What's he want for a contract? 1.39. Let's put him on a two-way deal if he'll sign it, though. Because, again, he needs to kind of step it up. And he thinks that's fine. Great. Just kind of looking over everyone else, like just some guys who have just not taken that next step. So if we are going to start trading some guys, we don't have a lot of good guys left. And I noticed that Casey Cizikas is on waivers. He's currently going to be a free agent at the end of the year anyways. If we end up trading away our captain, Thomas Plekanec, it might make sense to have a guy like Casey Cizikas as our backup. So I think I'm going to put a waiver claim in on him. And even though we are Not very good. We are last in the Pacific. We are just 1 point behind Arizona and 2 points behind Vancouver. And the Florida Panthers are only 1 point ahead of us as well. So we're at the bottom, but we're hanging kind of in there with the last group of teams, which is actually, you know, kind of okay here. So let's advance. Basically, right now, I think the plan is to just unload about everybody we got. I know, we're 15-33-0. We have not made a game to... lost a game in overtime. We've won a couple games in overtime, but that's been about it. Okay, good news. We got Casey Cizikas on waivers, so perfect. It just gives us a little more depth, or who knows, maybe we decide we trade him. He wants number 53, but he's not going to get number 53. We're going to try and give him number 55, sign it, and he's okay with that. Perfect. That is one of the new things, is you can get, players can become upset if they don't get the number they want. A lot of it depends on their attitude. We have too many players on our current roster. Oh no. Oh, Shea Theodore's back healthy. Good. So we'll get him in for Derek Englund. So we can use a replace with and put Theodore in. And so now Theodore's in for everything. Wierzinski is not quite healthy yet. And... alright, since we're looking at moving a defenseman anyways, let's take a look at Derek Englund, and we'll put him on trade, or put him on shop player and see if we get any offers. And we get exactly 2 offers for him. Offers come through your news. So, Montreal offers 40-year-old Mark Streit, who has played 10 games, or sorry, played in 42 games and has 10 points, and a 6th-round pick for 35-year-old Derek Englund. Or we can get 39-year-old Michael Roosevelt and a 6th-round pick. Neither of these trades really helps us immediately, but I guess, you know, we could kind of pick up... okay, he's got 5 assists. Okay, we're going to pick up Mark Streit and take the 6th-round pick from Montreal, because why not? If we're going to trade a guy, we'll trade him out of the division. And maybe we can move Mark Streit at the deadline for a little more. I guess that means we'll hold on to Mark Streit in... so we're going to try and send down Brendan Leipzig, because he needs to continue to improve a little bit. And so, unfortunately, he gets placed on waivers. Which I believe is actually where we picked him up from, because we didn't take him in the expansion draft. Looks like he went through since there wasn't a news story. And Mark Streit wants number 32. That's fine. So, we have a game versus Calgary. We can take a look here and see... we currently changed our tactics again. We're now playing Fire Wagon Hockey, because that was the decision that was made. And we're only 2 strengths in it, so it's going to be a little while. Stay in your lanes. We've actually all the way went down to 2 again. Shoot the puck, we're down to 2, so it doesn't really matter. We're kind of in the middle. But we are playing the 1-3-1-4 check-in. We are 5 stars. So there's a little bit of hope. But our power play is awful. So we're kind of going to have to see how all that goes. So let's play this game versus Calgary. And again, if this is your first time tuning in, first time watching the stream on or video on YouTube, and you have headphones in, maybe turn the volume down, because it is going to get a little bit loud. Yes, we are currently looking at adding a volume slider in. So just a heads up. And we're playing against Calgary, who, of course, their goalie is on fire, Mike Smith. So, yeah, because of course he is. Seems like every goal we've met has been on fire. And you see our power play is 10. We just don't have the guys. And at the end of the first period, shots are 9-9. A little bit battle back and forth, which is okay. And it's still 0-0. Oh, John Tavares hurt his hand. He got his hand cut. That's not good. And immediately after that, Matthew Tkachuk scores to make it 1-0. And it's at the end of... Oh, but we scored. We scored. Oh, Mikhail Boddicker scored to make it tie it up 1-1. Awesome. Alright, continuing on to the third. Travis Hamonic buries it 2-1 Calgary. But Mikhail Boddicker scores the second goal of the game to tie it up 2-2. Awesome. And we go to overtime. Outshot 35-18, not very good. And overtime solves nothing. So we're going to slow down here. And I believe we did just win. So what happened? Goudreau shot. Braden Point shot. Mikhail Backlund shot. Boddicker scored, Grabner scored, and we win in overtime. The losing streak is over. Huzzah. And, oh, of course. Alright, so we had an issue there. Not exactly sure what happened, but we'll get the game back up here in 1 second. And unfortunately that means we probably lost our free agent signings in case of Zika, so we're back kind of where we were. And so we'll quickly redo what we did. We'll claim Cizikas again. Put in these upcoming free agents. That's disappointing. $89,000. Actually, in the time I just went off, my game updated, so apparently I wasn't up to date on the release version, so hopefully this issue won't happen again here. And so we offered the contracts to those two guys. Polka was another one. And so was there anybody else? We got those two guys. Okay, I think we're fine now anyways. So we'll advance the day, see if we get Cizikas back, which we probably will. As again, we are in last place in the league. And we are moving into a seller's market here. And we will move him to number 55, assign. He's okay with that, which means we're over our roster. We are going to place and put Theodore in. Shop Derek England again, see what offers we get. And the offers are the exact same, so we will make the trade with Montreal. And so we have Mark Straight again, who will probably try and move, which means we'll send Brendan Leipzig back down. Okay, players need to be assigned numbers. Mark Strite wants number 32. That's fine, he can have it. And Zach Werenski's almost back. Alright. Because we had an issue, we will just save here. And alright, so we'll play this game in Calgary one more time. Actually, yeah, we'll play it again. And Johnny Gaudreau makes it 1-0. Gets received 2-0. And Braden Point makes it, ties it up 2-2. A little more high-scoring game this time. And Backlund makes it 3-2. Leak makes it 4-2. And we're off to a rough start. Outshot, can't score. Oh, John Tavares scores. To make it 4-3. And offside. And we keep her close. We go to our strategy here. Oh. I want to go to tactics. Let's try it. Nope, still clicking on the wrong thing. Global tactics. We'll pull our goalie very fast. Give it a shot, see what happens. And it's so good when you can't even get the puck out of your own zone, huh? And we just can't get that goal. And we lose 4-3, because of course we do. And it sounds like I am on the hot seat, which means there is a very good chance I might get fired. So we're gonna just take a little bit of an advantage and flip on cannot get fired because, well, that's what I'm going to do. That's why we're playing this. Trying to stop that. And Zach Werenski is back. All right. And some players are hurt. All right, continue to the start of February. I personally don't like playing with the option to not be fired on, but hey, it doesn't do me any good right now to get fired. And we can see our development report, and there's lots of guys going up, but we also have guys going down. But our team will be fairly young next year. A guy like Cody Glass is probably going to be on our team. Keegan Kolzar is playing really well down in the ECHL. That's good. Nick Suzuki, 46 points in 35 games for the Owen Sound attack. Everyone's trending in the right direction, which is exactly what we want. And again, take a look. Owner is not happy. Alright, so we got a game versus Winnipeg, who is currently at 64 points. And actually sitting in 4th place in the Western Conference. And we are not. So, Steve Mason, of course, is hot because every goalie it seems like we're playing against is on fire. And we lose by a score of 3-1. And now we go to Minnesota. And board confidence update. 1-11-0, and well, our owner is not very happy. Unsurprisingly. I don't blame him. But at the same time, he was expecting us again to be significantly better than what we are, but there's only so much we can do. So playing game against Minnesota, we're probably not going to end up playing that well. We'll put Cam Ward in for this one. Sim through it, and we lose 3-0. We can just not buy a goal at this point. And Bodeker's hurt with day-to-day. Thigh muscle strain. Alright. Well, I guess the good news is if we do too terrible, we'll have Rasmus Dahlin if we get the first overall pick, which wouldn't be a bad thing. So we will see what happens here coming up. All right. So Bodeker's still hard, so we will put We'll put Cizikas in for Boddicker. And just jiggle the lineup a little bit, so... Alright, Cizikas on the power play. Love it. Washington, let's go. And we have all the momentum, now shooting 13-3, but we cannot bury it. Oh, John Tavares ties her up. All right, 1-1. And then we immediately give up another goal and make it 2-1. Oh, man. Eric Hall ties it up. We score with 6 seconds left. The losing streak is over. The losing streak is over. 3-2 win. 6 seconds left. Wow. 3 goals in the third period to winner. Awesome. Awesome. Love it. Good Creative in the chat says, I can see why FHM4 predicted the Blackhawks to win the Cup if they keep scoring every game this season like they did last night. Well, yes, if you didn't see our season prediction, which included the playoffs and eventual Stanley Cup champion, you can head on down to our YouTube page, or if you're on our YouTube page, just find the video. And our prediction was actually featured on NHL Tonight on the NHL Network, which was pretty cool for us. And we have a game versus Pittsburgh coming up, because of course we do. Boddicker's still hurt. Lewinsky's ready to go. So who's he coming in for? Ryan Pollock, I guess, huh? Let's take this opportunity to recreate some lines here. Alright. And, yeah, okay, this looks good. Play this game versus Pittsburgh. Just gonna save the game here. Oh, Cody Eakin's sad. Why is Cody Eakin sad? No, he's unhappy with his ice time. Well, that's too bad. And yes, Marc-Andre Fleury is still on Pittsburgh at this point, because we did not take him in the expansion draft, which we redid. We're getting badly outshot by Pittsburgh, but we're hanging on. And Kunako scores the first goal to make it 1-0 for Pittsburgh. At the end of 2. Braden Point comes through, scoring his 3rd goal of the season, making it 1-1 with 8 minutes left. Again, Maupin scores his 28th goal of the season to make it 2-1. And that's where the game ends. 2-1 loss to Pittsburgh. Again, we're not playing bad. We just can't seem to get those odd wins, which is somewhat infuriating, let's be honest. Support main Eris talking in the chat about Saad's return. Yeah, that makes them look a heck of a lot better. But did you see Brian Bickle go out for that opening skate? That just kind of Whew. That got to me too. And we get closer. Oilers pick up David Schlenko off waivers. Boddicker ready to go. He's not quite ready to go. Alright. San Jose, we will sim this game. And we won the game. Apparently we only had 12 shots on net. But we won. 12 shots on net. Ouch. That really hurts. But a win is a win, and we will take it wherever we can get it. And alright. And Evander Kane is out for 7 months. Alright. Alright, I am going to continue, but I'm going to have to go off voice here for a minute or two. Alright, sorry about that. I am now back. It's 1-0 Philadelphia. Unfortunately, we're getting outshot. But what else is new? Alex the Tall, 25, asked, Tavares lost half a star? Did he? Let me check. I'll take a look here in a minute. Oh, that's not this point. Alright, we outshot them by the end of the period, 11-9, but we're still down 1-0. And Braden Point scores. Alright. To tie her up 1-1. Big goal for us. Adam Pellich comes through. Lights the lamp. 2-1 us. And 2-1 at the end of 2. And John Couturier got hurt with a sprained collateral ligament. And we end up with the game tied 2-2. So we're heading to overtime. And despite out shooting them, we just trying to bury that next goal. Shoots, and we just can't bury that next goal. Looks like okay, here we go. Teed him up, just couldn't get the puck in the net, and so we had to do a shootout, and Wayne Simmons scores the first and the only goal in the shootout to give Philly the lead. So, really? Okay, well, actually, this is maybe a good thing, because that's 2 games in a row now where this has happened. I need to just send Jeff a quick message. Man, this is infuriating. But we've actually had a random bug appear that we haven't been able to track down and figure out why it's been happening. And it seems like this might actually be it. But I can send a little bit more important information. Thank goodness we saved just before that game. And send Jeff a quick message. And so we will sim this game and we win 5-3. Awesome. Alright, big win for us. Alright. And Bobby... Oh, man, Bobby Ryan got injured? He's at 7 days. Alright, well, Casey Cizikas. No, oh, he's just minor hurt. Alright, fine. He can still play then. Lacerated shin. That's what you got shin pads for, man. Alright, Alex Attal. Let's look at John Tavares. He's 4.5 stars. It's possible he dropped, but I mean, that's what his scouted ability is. He's still, on our last update, he was still going up, so I'm not too worried. Alright. And looks like more people are getting a chance of getting fired, so probably a good thing if continue to go. Tavares is stuck kind of in a bad situation, let's be honest. He just can't win. We're headed towards a trade deadline, which is happening on February 26th. And frankly, at that point, we are just going to start unloading guys left and right for whatever we can get. I'm kind of hoping, knock on wood. Alright, we get another win from Calvin Pickard. 2-0 shutout win. Awesome. Here it comes. 38 points. Alright, Braden Point is gone to right wing. Awesome, even better. And let's see. Alright, here's a storyline. Dressing room shenanigans may cost Colorado players. Colorado teammates Nail Yakupov and Joe Colborne are in hot water with head coach Jared Bednar for a series of pranks aimed at each other and at one another. These guys are adults, said the Avalanche boss, and they're supposed to be professionals. Why they're acting like a couple of clowns is beyond me. According to Bednar, both players will be fined if the behavior continues. Yakupov, however, doesn't understand why his head coach is getting all worked up. We're just having a little fun, blowing off some steam. He doesn't need to call us out in public, and finding us is taking it way too far. Colborne was slightly more diplomatic. It's embarrassing to be singled out like that. I guess I need to take things a little more seriously from now on. Yakupov's morale has declined. And Dave Lewis has been hired as the new head coach for Vancouver. Game versus Edmonton here. Alright, let's play this. And we win again in overtime. Alright. 4-3 win. Big one for us. Big win. And sorry if you can actually hear my phone buzzing every once in a while. It's getting messages from Jeff as he's working to try and figure out why we have had these couple of crashes. But again, I'm pretty sure it's all tied together with we've had an issue come up, but we just haven't known what the exact cause was. Alright, game versus Montreal. And so lots of happy guys play the game, and we win again. Holy cow. 4-3. Or sorry, 3-2, not 4-3. I don't know what I'm looking at. Alright, our tactics must finally be clicking a little bit. Alex Attal says, I like those storylines. It will be nice to see how things develop around them. Tell me there is a draft in the Canadian Junior League. I am kind of a guy who likes starting in the little leagues and go up to the NHL. Yes, there should be a draft for the CHL. All the drafts should be in there. If that's not the case, then would probably like to know what's going on. All right, Arizona fires our coach. And Alex Attal. The storylines are, we borrowed some from Out of the Park Baseball, but obviously a lot of them needed full rewrites because of, well, they were baseball related, and obviously this is a hockey game, so one of the things I actually did was do a lot of the story rewrites. And so if you see those, there's a good chance my hand was involved in a lot of those. Alright, play this game versus Anaheim here. Again, we're lucking out simming, so why stop that? And we unfortunately lose. And we lose 5-3. That sucks. But our winning streak's over, but we still played well. Brzezinski scores, Mikhail Vodker, John Tavares, Shipkayev, Grabner, Vatanen. Werenski scores again, Tavares, Dumba. Alright, so we're starting to have the pieces. Alex Attal. I never played any OTP games yet, but I found them very interesting. But I'll buy FHM soon. Good, I'm glad to hear it. I put in a lot of references to things. So when you see some of those, if you think something might be interesting, hit me up on Twitter when or if you see it. Because we did throw in some nods to other things. Alright, playing... Oh man, we've moved all the way up to 13th place. Playing Calgary now. Guys still one fire, and we win again. 3-1 win. Alright, good job, guys. Way to bounce back. John Tavares has 2 goals. Very excited. I'm going to feel bad about trading some of these guys away, but frankly, we can use the draft picks more right now. Or maybe we'll hold some guys on till the draft. But we're going to get rid of some of our excess. Like we're going to try and send Mark Straight needs to go somewhere to be happy. Maybe we're going to end up letting Plekanec stay. At least till after the season's done. Game versus Vancouver, who is actually worse than us. So we'll probably end up losing this game. And, oh good, we won. Alright. 3-2 win. Love it. Grabner comes through with some big plays. Alright. Mark Straight needs to go to retirement, that is all. He probably does. Rin Curry in the chat says, I'm still waiting for the release on Steam or anything other than pre-orders in the website. Is there a timetable on when I'm able to play? You should be able to, if you purchase the game right now on our website, the full version, I believe, is available download on our forums. But you still need to have the key. And it doesn't matter whether the key says it's for the pre-release or not, it'll work. The Steam version should go live in about an hour and a half, as far as I know. There was an issue. It was supposed to go up early this morning. It didn't happen. We're working on it to get it set, but it should go live with the regular Steam update in about half an hour. Or hour and a half, sorry. Not half an hour, hour and a half. Alright, Brendan Leipzig has improved on right wing. Alright. So the trade deadline is tomorrow. So just to give you an idea of what we have, we're still going to let a ton of guys go to free agency even if we don't trade them away. Being that we're actually getting some wins, I'm tempted not to trade guys away. Because I don't want to destroy our team too much. And alright, so it is trade deadline day, so let's look and see what we can do. Trade deadline's always good. Draft day is always good because you get those immediate feedbacks. And yes, we do have shop player, but right now I don't really want a player back like Mark Streit. I just want to get rid of him. So let's go find somebody who needs a right defenseman. And Carolina is looking for a right defenseman. Oh, Ottawa. Ottawa would be the perfect landing place for Mark Streit. So do they have the rights to anyone who is of interest to us? I'm pretty sure we couldn't get Shane Bowers from them. Okay, we don't have a third round pick this year. I would really like a third round pick. Alright, what if I gave up one of our 6th round picks? No, alright, so they won't do a third. Wonder if we can get a 5th? Okay. What if we get a 6th and a 7th? Alright, they will do a 6th and a 7th for Mark Streit. Good. Gives us a few more picks. What else could we do? We could move Casey Cizikas, I guess. Oh, geez, he's on a 4-year deal? Oh, for 3 point... Oh, we're definitely moving him. Why did I think he was a free agent this year? Because I read waiver eligible, not contract. Man, this is why you gotta read things more carefully. So who needs a center? You know what? Arizona would be a good fit for him. I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but yeah, no, okay. Man, we still have a lot of guys not scouted. I don't like that at all. Why do we not have guys scouted? They'll probably do a 4th. How about a 4th and a 5th? Alright, they will do that. Finalized trade. Alright, so we traded 2 guys for 4 more draft picks. So we still don't have a 3rd round pick. Is there anyone we could give up? Upcoming free agents. Should we try and get rid of Magnus PRV and see if we could... Alright, so take a look. So maybe we put up PRV and see if we can get something for him, because we're not going to sign him. Okay, I'm just going to shop him to see what offers we get back. And we get nothing. Because he has been a disappointment. Alright, so let's see if we can... Well, he's actually got 38 points in 52 games this year. In the AHL, so that's not bad. Somebody's going to want him. And I'm wondering if we can package him in a couple picks for a third rounder. Okay, New York Islanders. How about the New York Islanders? They would like Magnus PRV. This would be such a Garceau trade, it wouldn't even be funny. Yeah, I didn't think they'd do a first rounder. How about a second rounder? Nope, still won't do a second rounder. Okay, how about a third rounder? Who do they have in rights that I would be interested in? Okay, if I go after their second round pick, what do I get? Interesting offer, but need to increase it a little more. Alright, so what if I add a fourth round pick? But in return, they offer a seventh round pick. They'll do a seventh rounder. How about a sixth rounder? Still will do it. Fifth rounder next year. Alright, let's change that to the sixth rounder then. And they will do that. So instead of picking up a third, we get a second round pick and a sixth round pick in 2019. Finalized trade. Done. Guy who we're not going to use, and the rights to a guy who's 2.5 stars. So what is going on? Hold on here. That's not what I wanted. Got a lot of guys in Western Canada, a lot of guys in Ontario. We need some more guys in Atlantic Canada. Alright, so just before I do anything else, I'm going to go to Personnel, Free Agents, go Scout, Scouting, and region is Atlantic Canada. So I'll hire a guy in Nova Scotia. Hire another guy in Quebec. Hire a guy in PEI because why not? I'm gonna hire a couple more guys in the OHL draft region. Because if we're going to build our team through the draft, we need to have access to the best information we possibly can. And that means we need some more information. Alright, QMJHL, draft region. Alright, there's a number of scouts. Another guy in Saskatchewan. And apparently we're kind of tapped out here now. Really? Alright, fine. We don't need any more. Alright, upcoming free agents. Alright, what if we try and get rid of Cedric Paquette? Alright, let's see who's looking for forwards. Tampa Bay would love to get Cedric Paquette back. They're willing to do that's true. Okay, that's crazy. Let's see if we can add in somebody else. Let's add in this guy. Alright, so we get our 3rd round pick we've wanted, and we send Cedric Paquette back to the Lightning. And Thomas with him. So now we're down to 10 players. Oh, right, Cam Ward. He's not really playing. We have numerous goalies. Okay, where is Malcolm Subban? Not playing super well. 2 minus 4.5, we have 1.53. So maybe we call up Subban. And we move Cam Ward. There we go. What was it? Kozar. Kozar needs to get up to Chicago and see if he can continue to produce there. Taking a look around here. Alright. Subban's playing not bad, but he's not playing crazy well either. So do we just hold on to Cam Ward till the end of the year? Let's take a look here. Okay, so now we have a first, 2 seconds, a third, 2 fourths, a fifth, 2 fifths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 2 sevenths. That's a lot. I wonder if I can trade some of those 6. Who also is not very good. Okay, Arizona. What if we just make a trade with Arizona for some draft picks? I offer a 6th, a 6th, a 5th, and you give me a 3rd. Offer. This offer has no basis for negotiations. Really? What if I throw in your 4th again? Our offer is too weak. Too weak? I offer you 4 draft picks. But then again, they probably know they're going to be not very good. Alright, what if I throw in... Take away the 4th, and I instead throw in this goalie. Oh, now they'll likely accept that offer. Alright, so what if I take their 3rd this year, That's for their third next year. Okay, what if I throw in... another 7th round pick. Okay, if I throw in another 6th round pick. Okay, I throw in another 4th round pick. Increase it a little. Oh, here we go. Alright, what if anyone who's unhappy? Alright. Golden rates players. I offered you so much. Okay, how about Ben Jones? Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take Ben Jones out of there. And I'm gonna instead of asking for your 3rd round pick next year, I'll ask for your 4th round picks. Alright, that did it. Finalized trade. And there we go. So I think that's probably good enough. P-Wog, no wings. I don't even know how they're doing. Let's take a look, see how they're doing. Standings. The Wings are currently 30, 26, and 6. And the conference are in 10th place. In the league, they're 19th, so they're just kind of sitting outside of a playoff spot right now. Alright, quick check shows nobody of super interest to us on waivers. I feel like we're sitting in a much better spot. We're down to 41 contracts. Alright, let's move on. Play this game versus LA. We sim it and we win. 4-1. Alright. So, what happened? David Perron scores, Bob Ryan scores, Mikhail Boddicker scores, and Shea Theodore scores. Awesome. Any sweet deals for us viewers on release day, Jay Arbus? Well, we're already giving away 10%. Or, giving away 10%. We're taking 10% off for launch week. But I'll tell you what. I am streaming again at, what time did I say? 4 p.m. Eastern. 4 p.m. Eastern. Because I'm not going to go for the entire time. I'm going to stream again at 4 p.m. Eastern. If you show up in that chat, and I will announce this on Twitter later today, and probably on Facebook, if you show up in that chat, there is a chance that you could win your own copy of Franchise Hockey Manager 4. How does that sound, JRBs? Bunch of players on waivers, no one of interest, including lots of guys get moving. So take a look at some trades. Alright. Pittsburgh makes a deal. We still have Adam Pilic in the lineup. You know what? He's playing well. Why take him out? 4 points. Can't be mad at a guy who's playing well. Alright, so now we play versus LA, which means we'll switch our goalies, give Cam Ward his start in the game, and we lose 3-0. Come on, Ward. You killed our winning streak. Well, we'll see. It's... I think I can give away a copy during that stream. We'll promote it, see if we get some more people to come in. Let's see. Alright. Development report. Cal Grabner's the only one going down, and he hit 1.5 stars now. Ouch. A lot of guys getting better. But lots of guys still with a ways to go. All right. So our owner is not happy with how the season has went, but is happy that we went with 9-5-0 in the last month. But he's still not exactly thrilled with us. We'll hold on and see what happens for now. And so we have our game versus Ottawa here. And I will continue to sim through it. And we lose 3-0. Man, these are just wicked back and forth. Speaking of which, I will actually take a look at our stats here. And 24, 40, and 0. I can't believe we haven't lost a game in overtime. Jay Abbas in the chat asks, what are you most excited about for in this year's release? I think the better question is, what am I not excited for? And because I am excited for so many things. I really like the storylines. Obviously, again, I had my hand in writing on some of them. I really like the Vegas franchise being able to redraft that team because, well, there was always some things that happened, I mean, in that draft that you kind of scratch your head at a bit and you're like, really, how did that happen? The work we've done with the fictional game to put in a lot more customization options, I know a lot of people are going to be excited for. Very excited for trying out the historical challenges. Some are, well, some will seem pretty easy compared to some other ones. I said in the last game we were talking about, like, one of them is winning 5 Stanley Cups in a row. Or a couple of them are, actually. So that's not exactly something you can just easily do, sit down and do in a few minutes. It takes work and planning, and I mean, even when it's a 6-team league, you still got to be on your game to win 6 cups in a row, or 5 cups in a row. And there's other challenging ones like Jeff's favorite franchise, Vancouver. You have to win a game by, or get to the Stanley Cup get to the Stanley Cup final, despite having less than 80 points in a season, which is something Vancouver actually did. And awesome, we went 4-1 versus the Devils. So, I mean, that's pretty tough in itself. And it's going to take some work to try and figure out how to build a team. Even some of the more newer ones, like on the HF boards, somebody had brought up they thought it would be fairly easy to do the Colorado one, which is win the Stanley Cup within Colorado's first year. But I don't think they remember that Patrick Wall was on that team to start wasn't on that team to start the year. So you have Jocelyn Thibault in net. You don't have Mike Keane either. So I mean, those being able to navigate and pull off a victory in one season is not an easy thing. Also, not gonna lie, I am quite happy with a number of the achievement names that I also spent some time writing. And we win 2-1 versus Columbus. All right. So Vatanen scored, and then Shapayev scored in overtime. Woo! Nailing it. 52 points on the season. I thought we'd get maybe around 50, I believe. So awesome. What are you most excited for in the chat? That's my question to you. What are you really excited for? Because again, you should be able to get your hands on the Steam copy in about just a little over an hour. Game versus Detroit. Can we help dash Detroit's dreams? And we have an overtime loss. An overtime loss. Our first overtime loss of the year in game 67. It finally happened. We finally got 1 point. And it was a shootout at that. But I am proud of our guys because we were down 2-0 and came back to get her that close. All right, good job. And all right. Cal McCart's cold. That hurts. And we play and we lose 4-3. Not a bad game. Just can't squeak out the win. And it looks like finally our tactics are maybe starting to make a big difference for us playing. Arbitz in the chat says, I'm most excited to try and draft and build with Vegas. Should be interesting. I think so, yeah. It's definitely something to look forward to and definitely something to try. I mean, obviously, it's going to be tough. It's just kind of the way how it is. I mean, Vegas is expansion team. They are tough. I do like the fact you can redraft that team, though. Game versus Philadelphia. We won the first game and we win the second game. All right. David Perron continues to score goals at key times for us. Big deal. And game versus New Jersey. You Picard in net because he's playing well. And we win in overtime. All right. Excellent. Maple Leafs may make a coaching change. After hovering around 500, Mike Babcock is on the hot seat. And play this game versus Minnesota. And we lose in overtime. 2 overtime losses finally. So, we're up to 58 points on the year. And Buffalo signs Eichel to extension for 2 years, which is a little bit less than what he's getting paid right now. PUOC66 says he's gonna trade for Mr. Zetterberg, then sign him to a high scout job. Ha! Yeah, that's not happening. And we are, what, 43, 68, 70, 71. And let's see. Oh, Yannick Hansen gets hurt. Oh, Montreal's head coach or GM might get fired. That's not surprising. And Kane versus Calgary. And we lose in overtime again. And Vatanen got injured. Oh, man. How badly is Vatanen injured? 6 days with a sore hamstring. Oh, well, he should be able to play then, I think. Take a quick check. Survey. Oh, no, he can't, so that means Ryan Pollock's coming in, so I will replace him with Ryan Pollock. Maybe throw Matt Dumba up there. Do a little rearranging on our lines. Send the game out, and we lose in overtime again. Wow, we can't win a game, or can't lose a game in overtime, and suddenly all we do is lose games in overtime. And all right. And Claude Julien might get fired, even though it's probably not his fault. Game versus San Jose, sim it out, and we lose 4-1. Ouch. But they are a substantially better game than, or better team than us, so it's not that shocking, is it? 17 shots on net. Right, check the strategy, man. That's what everybody wants to know. Vatanen should be back soon. Oh, Tyler Myers got hurt and was gone for 7 months. Sounds a lot like last year for Winnipeg. Game versus Colorado. And we win. Alright, good job, Calvin Pickard. Beating your former team. 5-4 win. Excellent. 62 points on the year. We got over 60 points. I consider this season a great success. That is almost 100%. Which, when I put him back in the lineup, we'll take a look at the tactics. And so, Pollock comes out, I guess. Alright, there we go. Tactics. Fire Wagon Hockey, we are up to full 5 stars, and that might finally be the difference for us. Full 5 dots for 5 dots on defense. I'm going to try just turning the tempo up to normal here and see how we do. Alright, Leipzig had 4 points in his game versus Grand Rapids. Chicago's actually doing fairly well in the AHL. Let's see, they're 36, 26, and 5. Alright. Little higher tempo versus Colorado. We'll see how it goes. And we win again. All right. And we don't just win. We destroy them 7-3. All right. Perron, Hull, Bobby Ryan. Bobby Ryan, Grabner, Tavares, Bobby Ryan. All right. I'm going to ask the chat. Bobby Ryan has 4 points. Tavares has 5 points. Should we re-sign David Perron? Maybe the better question is how much he wants. But should we re-sign David Perron? Okay, he wants almost $5 million for 3 years. Not a chance. Nope. Nope, not happening. I'm not paying him $5 million to do that. That's just too much money. Game versus Arizona. It's in the game, and we win again in overtime. All right. Oh, it was in a shootout even better. Vatanen, Haula. Score. Game winner is scored by Erik Haula. Guy is coming to play. Love it. Taking a quick look at our stats summary. Through 77 games, 78 games. I think 77 games. I think those are guys who've been traded. 62 points leads us. John Tavares, followed by Zach Rowinski at 46. Brian Rust, Bobby Ryan's got 35. Dumba's got 35. You can see our scoring's coming from everybody's got points. Like, I mean, the lowest guy is Ryan Pollock, and he's got 7 points. That's not bad. And from our chat, unless you need to make the cap floor. You know what? We're sitting at 62 million. I don't know who's becoming actually, I should check to see who's becoming a free agent. But there's probably somebody we can target in free agency if we want to, if we continue this game. Kind of see how it goes. Just taking a look if we go front office, upcoming free agents. I mean... William, okay, not actual. Let's get rid of restricted free agents there. Paul Stastny. I'd rather pay $5 million to Paul Stastny. Or go back and get Jack Johnson and get him to 3.5 stars. Bring him back. Or Rick Nash, see if we can get him on a 1-year deal. Someone like that. I mean, I'm not spending... How's Jaromir Jagr done? He's had 11 points in 51 games. Yeah, that's about what you'd expect. We thought about signing Jagr at the start of this, but he wanted like $7 million, and we were way over budget as it was. So it wasn't even a thought. Alright, so play against St. Louis here. Sim it out, and we lose 2-1. Playing against a goalie who's on fire, it's hard to say that that's bad. Just gotta sign Jagr for jersey sales. Yeah. I mean, Ryan Kessler. Oh. Man, guys are falling. Cody Eakin is sad. Alan Tuck said? What has he said? You know what? He's playing over 12 minutes a night. That's not bad for Alex Tuck. Cam Ward in, sim the game out, and we lose 5-2. Man, Cam Ward is just not taking that next step for us. Maybe we'll be looking at picking up a goalie too in the offseason. Calvin DeHaan is injured. Oh, just lightly. Forearm soreness. Well, he can get over that. 66 points on the year through just about through the year now. Quick math says we have 1 game left. 75 and 6 would be 81 games. So we have a chance to get to 68 points. And we can see here a lot of coaches are getting too high. So Cam Ward drops, Mikael Grabner drops. And we got lots of guys going up. Okay, Cody Glass is definitely going to be on this team next year. So is probably Nick Suzuki, let's be honest. We'll probably ride them out at 1.5 stars. Unless we go on a free agent spending spree, but I don't see that happening. Or trade them away, which isn't out of the realm of possibility. It's not likely, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. So, the question might be, should we throw this game? Let's take a little look here. And, you know, honestly, we got to 31, 44, and 4. I would consider that a fairly respectable year. Board confidence. We went 7, 4, and 4. Our owner is still very unhappy with us, but you know what? I'm not. I think we've done a heck of a good job to get to here. And we've set up really well for the year. So, okay. We can't touch the guys ahead of us. We can't touch the guys behind us. Let's look at the entire league. Colorado can't touch them. If we win, Montreal could still beat us. Oh, that's right. We have 3 games left. Okay. My math was bad. I thought I was wrong. Okay. 3 games. Alex Attal, another question. Is it hard to develop young players? It's not always easy, but it's not hard. And a lot of it comes down to who's your coaches. So if we look at our personnel here, coaching prospects, good. Coaching prospects, good. Coaching prospects, above average. Coaching prospects, good. Those are the kind of things you need to have set as good. If you have those as good, then you're going to have a chance to do fairly well. In the chat, owner shouldn't be unhappy considering the real life media. They're not expecting much for a few years. The owner in Vegas, I believe, actually promised that the team would make the playoffs in 3 years. I think that is a little bit optimistic myself. Picard gets the shutout on Vancouver, slamming the door closed. I spoke to Jeff about what was happening in our game here and about how we were threatening being fired, and he said, well, he ran many test simulations, and the lowest amount basically for a player for the Vegas was, I think, around 50 points, he said. And he had never seen the GM coach get fired. At the time when we started running into problems, we were going to be hitting about 40-some points. So our owner's probably very unhappy with how the start of the year went. But now that we've actually found a tactic that is seemingly working for the players we drafted and have kind of developed around, and we lose the game 4-1. But Picard picks up a fire. because he took on 39 shots. He's like, that's probably part of the reason why your owner's upset. So I made a couple tweaks, and I turned on do not get fired mode just to make sure we didn't get fired. I don't really like having that mode on. I'm probably going to try and turn it off at some point. But right now, I don't think there would be anything good from us getting fired. Get to miss out on the free agency and the draft. Vegas is probably going to actually wrap up today. We're probably going to have one of the streams, maybe two streams, and we lose again here. Picard, we just get destroyed 7-0. Ouch. We are picked apart by Calgary. That's good for us, actually, though. This will probably be the end of the Vegas streams. We'll probably start fresh on our usual Wednesday stream with something new. Unless I stream on Monday, which could happen. But this today will likely be the end of Vegas. Yeah, that's it. We're done. 68 points on the year. We finish in 13th place. We finish overall in 28th, which means we should have a decent chance at hitting one of the top picks. I'm just going to start letting it sim. So, with that, I think this will be an excellent spot to stop for now, as I have some work to do here. And I'll sim up to probably the end of the playoffs and just kind of before the draft, and that's where we'll pick up the next game. That sounds good to everyone. So thank you very much for tuning in to this first of 3 streams today. This is Franchise Hockey Manager 4. The game is officially released today, October 6th, 2017. It should go live on Steam in the next hour, I believe. You can find out and follow us information on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/franchisehockey-manager. On Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. You can come on down to our official website where you can purchase the game right now, which is ootpdevelopments.com, and pick up the East Cellaret version. And we'll just go right to the playoffs here so you can kind of see what's going on. And I will be, and this video will be archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/ootpdevelopments. I will be back on our Twitch page later today, which is twitch.tv/ootpdevelopments, and we will continue with Vegas. So thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you all again later.